Hi and welcome to this tutorial. This is the second part of a series of creating a manga crawler or downloader for the mangareader.net. This is going to be the plan or strategy that we're going to follow for this project. So let's create a, we can say it's a pseudocode. Okay, the first thing we need is the site. We have an answer for that, and it's mangareader.net. Next question is how? Well, we need the source code right? We need the source code. Why? Because the link to the image is there, this one. Sorry. We also need to capture the name of the manga and the episode to download. So the plan is for the user to just type Python, the name of the script, which is going to be manga.py, the name of the manga, and the number of episode. Click or hit enter and it's going to process. What else do we need? So we need why do we need an algorithm to convert the names that we pass to the terminal and convert it into lowercase and separate by dashes? Well, here's an example. Let's click out and find the manga that has a name with spaces. This one, for example. If you see, the server in Manga Reader converts this name into this part of the URL. You see it's all lowercase, and instead of spaces there's a dash. So we need an algorithm that can convert a string like this into something like this. What else do we need? I have a way to do this. It's using the requests library and the shoutil library, which you shouldn't need to download it. It's installed in Python. It's a main library for the Python language. What shoutil is going to do is it's going to copy all of the content of the remote image into a file in the hard drive. What else do we need? Okay, let's see. Well, we need to grab each of the images And you see I'm going to loop over every image or page, and what happens when I reach the very end, it's returning me to the first page. But what if in Python I create a loop that keeps going over and over until I, until I reach 20 and something, for example. It says not found. So we can say we use an infinite while loop, and we only exit it when the server gives a 404 response back. Inside the loop, we find the image URL inside the source code of the page and save it to the disk. So how do we do this? Okay, I'm very sure this manga doesn't have a 999 episode. So you see it says isn't released yet. So we can how it's going is not released yet. We can find this string inside the source code. So if the words not released yet are present in the source code that we downloaded, just exit the program. Okay. We also need to check, yeah. This is an advanced topic, but this project is going to be simple. We use try the request and create an exception that if something happens, we exit with the exit command. Let's create some other considerations. So what happens if the manga doesn't exist? It's going to give a 404 response, but we don't need to worry about this, but because if we query for a page, it's also going to say, oh, no, it's a blank. You see here, it's blank. So when this happens, requests returns a source of 0 length because it's empty. So we can check to see if the length of the source code is equal to 0. We also exit, and I think that's it. Oh yeah. We can use a settings.py file to create global variables. For example, the provider URL, the local URL where you're going to store the manga, and some others. So let's create the files. Let's open the File Explorer and create a new files. This is going to be the main file. And these are going to be modules that are going to be imported by this file. So if you're not familiar with Python imports, don't worry, I'm going to teach you about that here. String helpers is going to contain some functions that will allow us to convert the URLs and do the dashes and append the zeros. Oh yes, the zeros. So we can set a max digit or an estimation. I haven't seen mangas with more than 999 pages. I'm sure that it exists one, but most of them is either 20 pages long, or one shots can have 100 or more. So we can say the max a global variable with a max estimated digits, so we can use the 00. As you see here, if the page number is less than 10, we can append 2 zeros before. If it's 2 digits long, the current page, we can add a 0 before. And if it's 3 digits, we just output the actual page number and the file extension. And I think that's all for the strategy. Let's create the rest of the files. And that's it. And we are set. See you in the next video.